This is a lie. These are real people. This is a real war. And these are the real Fireflies that died in the shelter. But everything you think you know about the characters are fabrications. This is Grieve of the Fireflies. It is widely considered the most heartbreaking war story ever told. It is the autobiography of a young boy and his sister caught in the hell of 1945, and it is one of the most tragic lies ever told. One that fundamentally changes how we understand the film. It is 1945. The firebombing of Kobe leaves 14-year-old Seita and his little sister, Setsuko, with nothing. No home, no mother, no refuge. With nowhere left to turn, they seek safety with a distant family member. But this sanctuary is short-lived. Driven out by her cold indifference, they retreat to an abandoned bomb shelter by the river. There, cut off from the world, they try to build a fragile paradise of their own. But for Seita, war does not allow for such sanctuaries. His entire world collapses in the matter of a few hours. All of a sudden, he is forced to shed his childhood, taking sole responsibility for a life much smaller than his own. If you've seen the film, Seita's character is familiar. He is the archetype of the tragic older brother. He is stubborn, he is proud, but ultimately, he is a martyr. We watch him get beaten so his sister can eat. We watch him cradle her when she cries from heat ration hunger. We watch him slowly wither away, a victim of a cruel, indifferent world. And of course, we cry for Seita because he did everything he could. And we think to ourselves, he was just a child. He tried his best. The story functions as a memorial, a way to say, here lived a brother who loved his sister more than life itself. But Akiyuki Nosaka, the author who lived this life, did not write this story to memorialize a great brother. What you see on the screen is a lie. And the truth behind this lie is much darker and more tragic than you could ever imagine. To understand the lie, we must confront the uncomfortable truth of 1945. Nosaka was 14 years old during the firebombing of Kobe, the exact same age as Seita. In the film, food is the currency of love. Seita gives the best portions to Setsuko. He saves the iconic food drops for her. But in interviews years later, Nosaka confessed the reality. I always thought I wouldn't eat. I would give the food to my little sister. But when I actually had a piece of food in my hand, I would eat it. While his actual sister, Keiko, grew weaker, fading into silence, the real Seita was driven by a survival instinct that overrode his love. He ate while she starved. And what about the patients? This saintly big brother portrayed in the film. Nosaka recalled that the crying of a dying child was not heartbreaking in the moment. It was dangerous. It was frustrating. And in that frustration, the gentle patience we see in the film vanishes. He confessed that he was never kind like the main character. He did not cradle her. He did not comfort her. He admitted that he viewed his sister's pain not with sympathy, but with irritation, treating her existence as a nuisance. But the darkest admission Nosaka ever made was not about the neglect. It was about her death. In the film, when Setsuko dies, Seita is broken. But in real life, Nosaka felt something else entirely. Honestly speaking, there was a relief that she died and my burden was gone. No one would wake me up in the night like she did for crying, and I would not have to wander around with a child on my back anymore. Nosaka admits that her death did not break him. He was actually relieved. So, why lie? Why is the story we see on screen such a stark difference from the truth? The answer, I think, is found within the most important fabrication of the entire film, the beginning. In the story, Seita dies. He withers away in a train station, alone, joining his sister in the afterlife. But Akiyuki Nosaka lived. He became a writer, a singer, a politician. He drank. He aged. This realization, I think, adds a devastating new layer to what is already a tragic film. Nosaka creates the version of himself he wished had existed, the version that could compensate for everything I couldn't do myself. A Seita who never ate the food, a Seita who never saw her as a burden, a Seita who didn't feel relief. And then, he kills him. This impossible substitute that he built, the brother who deserved to survive, is still taken away. Not to deceive us, to punish himself, to pay a debt that can never be paid. The kind, patient brother is not a fabrication meant to fool the audience. It is an apology from Nosaka meant to reach Keiko. Every difference between reality and the film is an act of atonement. I'm sorry I ate your food, so in this world, I will give you everything. I'm sorry I hurt you, so in this world, I will hold you. I'm sorry I lived, so in this world, I will die with you. Sometimes, fiction is not used to escape reality, but to correct it, to rewrite the moment where everything went wrong. And I think knowing the truth behind this lie makes the tenderness between the siblings heartbreaking. The sweetness of Seita's character becomes bitter when you realize that he is a phantom, a ghost born from lifelong regret. Akiyuki Nosaka passed away in 2015. He wrote Grave of the Fireflies in 1967, but never went back to reread it a single time. He said he couldn't. We often call Grave of the Fireflies an anti-war film, and it is. But beneath the history and the politics lies something far more personal. Written across time, from a boy who lived to the child who did not, filled with fireflies and candy tins, he rewrites the moment he could never survive again, hoping that somewhere inside the lie, she might finally have the brother she deserved.